Now, I know you guys were excited to hear that intro. We're back and we're distributing episodes as we always have. The podcast is not dead. We're actually better than before, I think. I feel that with each episode, we get better and better in something, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking into consideration all your recommendations to make listening to this podcast better for you and to overall make Mutsa Talks something you love and look forward to. So the topic of today actually wasn't picked out by one of the audience. This was someone I found online. And it was actually interesting, and I thought I should get him on the podcast to maybe explain and share more of himself and what he does, because it's very seldom to see someone do what he does, especially like someone our age do what he does, because in that niche of self-development, you guys, it sounds similar because we had a previous guest, King Walunda, you guys remember King, speak on self-development. He does the same thing, but he actually makes videos on TikTok, on Instagram. I actually found him through Instagram Reels, and I thought it would be cool to have him on the podcast to maybe share more, because again, it's rare to see someone my age do what he does, because in that niche, it's usually influencers that are older than us, you know, that are not even teenagers. But to see someone your own age, I don't know, like it's easier to connect with someone like your peer, someone your age, than it is to connect to someone that's older than you. Because I don't know what it is, man. For me, it's like that. Maybe for you, it's like that. But I like what he does and I love his style. And I actually have him on today. Nikayden, why don't you introduce yourself, man, and what you do? Just like a brief.
Hey guys, I am Nikayden Pillay. I am 17 years old and I make TikToks to try and help people, help improve their mindset. If you want to check out my TikToks, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Nikayden_Pillay.
Yeah, man. And again, I found him through Instagram Reels. And he was actually, I don't remember, but I do remember a first tip he was giving me. It was like tips to make your life better or something. And then he was like, number one, cut out all toxic people in your life. And I was like, okay, you know, I was like, okay, we're doing something. And then I scrolled through all these videos and I was like, wow, this guy has a movement of himself. Like he has a self-improvement movement in a way, you know what I'm saying? And I thought it was actually, I thought it would be exciting to have you on the podcast and explain not only to me, but to maybe people that are actually listening to this episode, to increase, you know what I'm saying, that positive energy that you're putting out, to share it on a platform like this. And I laid out some questions for you so we understand you and we understand what you do. And the first question is, what started your self-improvement movement in a way? You know what I'm saying? What sparked that feeling of, I want to go and make Instagram Reels to help people. I want to go and make TikToks to help other people. What stirred that feeling?
I feel what started my self-improvement journey. But before we go to that, I think we need to go back in time. It all started actually around 2020. I felt like this kid that no one really respected, that when I spoke to people, no one would take me seriously. And I feel that kind of hurt me a bit. And I refused to accept this. I refused to be a person that people don't take seriously, that when they look at me, they just think, oh, this is just some random guy. I refuse to be that person. So I decided I want to be a person that stands out, that when he speaks, people listen. I want to be different. I want to be unique. I want to be a top 1% person. So obviously, 2020, I was grade 8. So obviously, I wasn't out here, trying to build businesses, make money and all that. I simply just started hitting the gym. Because when I was in grade 8, I was very chubby. So that also affected my confidence, and I couldn't really speak to people. I would stutter and it would be very awkward. So I decided to fix all of that. And I would say that every year of my high school career has changed me in a good way. every year had its downfall in a way. There was always something every year that made me better the next year, whether that be family crisis, friends, relationships, or just personal things. I always viewed these things as fuel in a way. And if you look at me back in the day, you would see these changes over time, whether that be with my body, my charisma. So right now, I am at a phase where I believe I have mastered the art of mindset, of dealing with tough times. And I still have a lot to learn, but I feel I can teach people on how to improve their mindset because I am a testament of that. I've dealt with adversity and I've overcame it. And I believe the things I have dealt with, there are people my age that are also going through it. So I decided I wanted to be a voice for those people. I wanted to show them that it's possible. Because most people online, let's be honest, they're older than us. They in their 20s, 30s, whatever. But imagine hearing it from someone your own age, where you can see that I speak better, where you can see the improvement in how I look in my body. So that's why I wanted to be a voice for these people.
Yeah, man, and I can almost say the same thing because in grade 8, when I came into high school, I was literally a nobody. Literally, like I was not known for anything. I was a no one because I came from a school that I don't think anyone went to anyways. So no one knew me, but I had a goal. I had a goal set for myself in grade 8 that when I finish school in grade 12, I'm going to leave this school with something to my name. I'm going to be known for something. I'm going to leave a legacy. But will my peers really remember my name in 20 years' time when reminiscing about all high school days? Unfortunately, only time will tell just how significant my impact really has been on my school. But your second question is, what is your motive? Like, what do you hope to achieve through this self-improvement, through this positivity, through this story of yours? What do you hope to achieve and what do you gain from it? You know what I'm saying? What is your motive with this whole process?
I feel what I hope to achieve is actually quite simple. I want to speak to those people that are really in the dark, the people that have no hope, have no support structure, that feel that there's no future for them, that probably want to end their life. I want to speak to those people and I want to show them that there is hope at the end of the tunnel. I want to help them. So for me, what I want to achieve, I want to shift people's mindsets. I want to help them realize that bad times are actually there to help you grow. They're not actually there to destroy you. Because you need to understand something. Everything in life, there is an opposite force. You know, there is no good without bad. Because if we didn't have the other, we wouldn't appreciate it. Think about it. Because if life was always good, you would never appreciate the good. But if life, had its bad times, its ups and downs, you would appreciate the light. So I believe it's important that everyone changes their mindset and understand it's a way to grow. Because you have two choices when bad times hit you. It's either you stay down and you crumble under the pressure, or you rise and you overcome it. So I believe I just want to help people realize all of this. I just want to help people. I don't even really care how many followers I get. If I just even help one person, I am proud of myself. I just want to help someone. That's all I care about. I want to help them. So I feel the more I post, the more people I can reach, and I can help them get this mind shift. And just imagine though, if more people also stepped up and did this, imagine how we can eliminate these mental health crises. Imagine how much society would improve. Imagine how much more happier everyone would be. So that's all I want to achieve. So I just want to help people fix their mindsets.
Wow, man, that's actually beautiful. Helping people that are in dark times. And I'd say especially for this generation of teenagers, this is most of them, not all of them. We don't ask for help, or we don't reach out. We're most likely to turn to social media to try and look for someone online that's going through the same thing. And sometimes we don't find that person. And then the sadness or whatever you're going through gets deeper and deeper until you reach that point. But then it's nice to have people like you on these platforms in case I might be going through something and then boom, I don't want to reach out for help. I rely on social media and then I run into your account. It's actually, you are helping in a way. I don't think you understand how much help you actually are giving out. Yeah. And your last question, how do you feel about influencers that are hypocritical? And let me explain so that everyone here understands. Because I was talking to someone that does the same thing that you do, and they say that they felt hypocritical in a way because they're telling people, go get money, go start a business, you know what I'm saying, go get a six-pack, and they themselves don't have that. They haven't even started a business, they're not in the best shape, and they don't have the money they're saying people must go and get. And they felt like they're a hypocrite by making those type of videos, so they stopped. That was a limiting factor for him. And then, this was actually interesting, that's why I'm asking you. I talked to another person that does a similar thing, and he's like, nah, I don't feel hypocritical in any way, because I feel that I'm learning with my audience. When I tell them, go get money, you know what I'm saying, go start this, this is how you get a six-pack, this is how you get a fit body. They feel as if they do it at the same time with their audience. Together, the creator and the audience are learning through this process. How's your relationship with your audience in that manner? Like, what do you do? Do you feel hypocritical, or are you the other guy that learns at the same time as his audience?
I believe influencers nowadays, they speak about all these things. They give tips. They show this false lifestyle, but it's actually not the reality. And that's very bad, because what you're doing is you're putting out a false reality of yourself. And that's not good, because I also believe that you need to remain true to yourself, and you need to remain true to God. You shouldn't be lying. So for me personally though, all the things I preach, which is basically mindset, it's basically how to deal with hard times, how to use the pain. At the moment, I don't preach about money. I don't preach about, fitness and stuff, eat this type of meal, do this. I don't do all of that because I'm not there yet. For fitness though, I do post workouts, but I wouldn't give fitness advice because I'm not an expert at that. And same with money, I'm still learning. But what I do believe is I am an expert at mindset because I have been to the fire of it. I have calloused my mind. I have galvanized myself in a way that I'm stronger. So I believe I can pass those teachings on to others because I've been through it. I've been through heartbreak. I've been through so much in my life that I believe I can help people that have dealt with it. Because when these things happened, I didn't stay down. I used it as fuel. And you can even go back and look at photos of me, or even if you know me personally, people would even tell you that I'm different. I'm not the same. So I believe that also speaks volume. So that's why I want to just help people with mindset, because I don't believe in talking about stuff you don't have, because then you just will talk and you like 99% of people. And as I said in the beginning, I want to be part of the top 1%. And being part of the top 1% means having honor and integrity. Because you must understand something as well. God also rewards people that are honest, that are kind, and do the right thing. If you lie, you are going to get punished. And I don't want that. So for me, I believe everything that I do preach, I do have. And I want to pass this knowledge on to others. I will never be a person that talks about stuff that I haven't mastered, that I don't have, because I believe that is wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like a lot of influencers put themselves in that trap where they force themselves to generalize, and some of them do it by mistake. Because if you look at your niche, what I usually hear is, get your money up, go get a fit body, go to the gym. These are things you usually hear. And if you're just starting out or you're a new creator, especially in that style of content, you're going to generalize, you're going to say things that many people in that same niche are saying. And without knowing, you're just putting yourself in a position where you're old talk and you don't have the stuff you're talking about. But yeah, man, thank you for coming out today and sharing briefly about yourself and what you do.
Yo, guys, thank you for listening. It really means a lot to me that you took the time to listen to what I had to say, to hear my story. And if you ever need advice, if you ever have any questions, you're more than happy to DM me. As I said, my TikTok and my Instagram is Nikayden_Pillay. You can check out my TikToks and you can change your mindset. Or if you have questions about anything and you need help with something, you can DM me. You're not alone in this. You have me. I'm here for you always.
Yes, follow Nikayden. I'm going to link all his socials down in the description, as well as socials for other social platforms for this podcast. Make sure you do subscribe to the YouTube, you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, I'm going to be posting some episodes there 2 to 3 days before I post them here. So you want to make sure that you're engaging on YouTube as well as TikTok and Instagram. Have a good night, people. See you in the next episode.